Hey, I'm gonna make this recording here, man. And this actually, man, this a lot that I wanted to cover with this one, man. It's just it's a lot of the stranger thing. First off, man, I'm gonna start off with saying, okay, there's a major difference between the things of God and the things of Satan. You feel me? It's not, it's not no comparison. They ain't worthy to be on the same tier, on the same wavelength. You feel me? So, like, whenever, just like for instance, even when I'm in my own personal space, hey, you feel me? Like, and I'm vibing Eli vibes. Eli is a servant of God. You feel me? Beasts and false prophets are, works of the devil. You feel me? It's a difference between them. You feel me? The things that my substance and content embrace are different from the things that, beasts, and false prophets may embrace. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? The powers and the signs and wonders that you see in proximity to my life are things from God. You know what I'm saying? Things that you will see from the beast, past or present or future, you feel me? Those are things from the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like obvious, you feel me? But due to like, it's always like that, it'd be, I don't know if it be implications made, what the situation be though, but I just wanted to just clarify it. Because, yeah, man, I'm a servant of God, you feel me? And that's just true, you know what I'm saying? And that leads me to say another thing. It's almost as if, okay, just because persecutors, certain people saw it fit to literally just do an all or nothing, what I could best describe is like a reach, an all or nothing reach on my life. You feel me? Meaning it's the same situation as it's the same situation, to put it in perspective, it's the same situation as say if there's a child or a person, you know what I'm saying, there's let's say just by their lonesome minding their business doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Of course nothing bad, you know what I'm saying, just existing. And that's somebody coming over there to them and just starting problems with them. You know what I'm saying? Punching them, kicking them, just messing with them, bothering them. To me, that's an example. You feel me? So it's just because somebody decided to do that should not mean that the whole world and society bend to their whim. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if a person is shown to have did this, or, let's say just picked a fight with an innocent, or, out of jealousy or covetous or something that they had in their hearts, whatever that was, or pride or envy, malice, whatever it was, they had an ulterior motive to make mammon off the person or whatever. Just because somebody do that should mean that person's life should be changed, after they already made the situation manifest, to people not long after the event first came, the event first happened. It makes no sense. You feel me? There's no way that it should have lingering effects, so that person should be lingering, you feel me, to continuously dish more irreparable evils to the person's life after, not long after the event was it started, it was instantly, rebuked, cast down. It makes no sense. Otherwise, that's an active framing situation. And I can't hide the fact that, I'm a person of color. You feel me? Before anything, you feel me? So, you got to just think about it. My life should still be forced to change into what these people want it to be. You feel me? After I already made it manifest and shown, the facts and details of the situation. You feel me? It literally makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I shouldn't be forced into exile behind, somebody else's envy or malice or crime or whatever. You feel me? I'm being, stalked by the same people, harassed. This was ended not long after it first started. You feel me? I'm just saying, and that's in reference mainly to the attack on my legacy. You feel me? My legacy should not, there's no correlation between the things I do to glorify God, my arts and things, and, what other people do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no correlation. And then also, that I'm a victim of larceny. You know what I'm saying? I'm a larceny victim. You feel me? So that already that door still hasn't been closed. It hasn't been closed for years. Whether or not some may argue that they completed the crime or not, the fact still remains, I had things contrary to whatever basis that they had created before, you know what I'm saying, they even, you know, completed or quote unquote finalized the larceny in the first place. You feel me? So it makes literally no sense for, you know what I'm saying, it to continue, these entities and influences to still be making these implications when I already proved that it was contrary stuff already in existence from my hands, you know what I'm saying, before they even, you know, I guess outwardly or overtly, you know what I'm saying, pursued their evil agenda. You feel me? So, I mean, that's another thing. Another thing I want to mention is, you know what I'm saying, I'm all right. You feel me? I've been through a lot. I'm a tough person. You feel me? God is, you know, God is all powerful. You know, the Lord is my strength. You feel me? I've been through a lot, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not you know what I'm saying, I'm not weary and well doing. The Bible says don't become weary and well doing. Everything I'm doing is for good. Everything I have been doing was to glorify God and have a ministry to glorify God. You feel me? I'm not weary like that, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, to be able to be forced into disappearance every day of my life, you know what I'm saying, through you know what I'm saying, the cruelest methods. I'm not afraid. You feel me? You know, God is with me every day of my life. God is within me, literally. You know, I'm okay. You feel me? Like, I mean, I'm not weary and well doing. You feel me? The Bible says don't become weary and well doing. I don't need nobody trying to help me rest. You feel me? I'm okay. You feel me? That's a crime. You know, at that point when I say I'm okay, that's an act of terror. And then given the crimes that you know, me actively pursuing justice for an open larceny case, you know, extortion, you know what I'm saying, kidnapping, you know, negligence, you know, it's all kind of different things in the that's still open right now as we speak, and I'm in the process of pursuing justice for it. So nobody should be able to force me into disappearance, and then, you know what I'm saying, while, you know, all of this happened. It's like they're forcing me to acknowledge realities or pay attention to things that's not applicable to my life. You feel me? I did not consent to it, and it's not a part of my reality. You feel me? It's like they're trying to make things that I, you know, they're trying to make things important to me that's not. And then they destroy my life in order to get me into their preset frames and things that they had already did in the past to bring about detriment for my future. You feel me? It's like nobody is stopping them from, you know, illegally, you know, imposing their, you know, racist or cruel, you know, inhumane, you know what I'm saying, agendas and ulterior motives on my life. You feel me? That's not my problem. That, you know, they should still be able to do that. You feel me? Like, I mean, it's just weird now, given the amount of people that's known since, I mean, even if I get a benefit of the doubt and say 2017, you know, that's still way too long. I mean, I've been international since 2014. You feel me? So, I mean, there's something very, very, very strange going on. You know what I'm saying? And these persecutions started literally like around that time, you know, like a year prior to that. And I remember it in vivid details. It's like everything I say is being ignored to like facilitate that same notion. Anyway, it's like my testimony being overlooked. Because if my testimony is taken serious, then that in itself, you feel me, it prevents a whole gang of persecution. You feel me? Like it presents a whole, I mean, it'll prevent a whole mess of persecution. But I mean, it's like literally nobody that's esteeming Christ but the Christians. And you know, it ain't nobody with power that's doing it, but people do the best they can. I mean, people that care, you know what I'm saying, that pray. You feel me? Prayer is good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need from anybody, prayer. I mean, you know, that's the situation. Like, I mean, it just really ain't, it ain't making much sense. You know, none of it. And then over time, and it's crazy, like listen to my, I mean, like my recordings, my quotes, my poetry is like, come on, man, all this stuff is way more than sufficient enough to have my rights protected, my legacy secured, you feel me? And that's about all I needed, you know what I'm saying? And my testimony, my art, and my quotes, all this is stuff from my hands, my mind. That everything taken seriously is enough, you feel me? And so, I mean, for some reason, it's not being taken serious, you know? And I'm a known, validated I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm a servant of God and follower of Christ. The country says that it's under God. Well, what is going on? You feel me? Why is my rights not protected and my legacy not secure? I mean, with these people making these implications and forcing them and imposing themselves on my life, you know what I'm saying, while I'm embracing my natural skill and talent, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know, they harass me at that time, you know, trying to draw connections where they don't apply. You feel me? They're trying to draw connections where they don't apply and make associations where they're not applicable. You know what I mean? Like associations where it is none. You know what I mean? Like as far as like between my art, my literary talent and everything. So you got literally, it's almost as if the structures and stuff is like really working to help influential figures complete larceny. You feel me? And it's extortion. You feel me? It's like they extort you with freedom. Like everybody got freedom, right? Don't you? Isn't it a free country? You feel me? Like people, I mean, everybody that's not, that, you know, that haven't did anything wrong, feel me? And it's weird. And, you know, of course, it's my testimony show. You know what I mean? I've been too busy fighting for my life to get in any trouble or anything. You know, I'm just saying, like, I mean, come on, man. Feel me? I mean, people that have not done anything, they have the same, you know, let's say, you know, they have the same disposition as a baby. You feel me? Like, I mean, babies innocent, innocent in the world. You feel me? I mean, they got the same, you know what I'm saying, disposition as a child. They are free in the country. You feel me? They are free in the country. It's a free country for them. For them, it should rationally be. Why would the country not be a free country for a 3 or 4-year-old? You feel me? I need answers for that. Like, why, in what circumstances would the country not be a free country for, you know, a 3 or 4-year-old that was born within the borders? You feel me? And that's the situation. That's the situation. You feel me? That's originally when everything started. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been given so many impositions, man, through the years. People telling me that freedom ain't free and all kind of different, you know what I'm saying, how they do it, feel me? Let you know things, you know, without your consent, just force information on you. And it's a form of, you know, psychological warfare. They try to distress you and, you know, destroy your creativity. All of them working together to help these artists lost in my work. Real talk, like, it's weird. That's what it seems like, feel me? So, I mean, the situation is massive, you feel me? It's massive. It's been trivialized and I get imposed on nonstop. Now I get attempts made on my life in secret, you know, and then it just closed, the gap just closed up just as fast as it opened up. That's the kind of thing I've been going through, on top of the forced disappearance, the hacking, the larceny, you know, all of this stuff, you know, kidnapping things, you feel me, discriminations, you know, it's just a whole mess of things that's still open, situations that's still not unresolved. And then they ignore my witness, be like, okay, it was all this and that. I'm like, well, I say otherwise. Feel me? I'm the person it happened to. You feel me? So, I mean, like, what I supposed to do? You know, so I was like 3 or 4 when it started. Feel me? Somebody saw money signs on me. Feel me? So, I mean, this is what I got as a life. Feel me? I'm fine, though. I mean, but I'm okay. You feel me? But till whenever God ready for me, I'm going to be fighting for my works, my creations that I create with my hands. That people trying to literally steal, that, you know, we've been illuminated, reported, all that. It's just weird, man. I mean, these recordings right here, man, is everything about my life. You know what I'm saying? My recordings ain't blue tape. You feel me? That was a framing. That means that, because that was the intention of all this stuff happening in the first place. Whoever was doing it was strategically trying to get, you know what I'm saying, trying to like steal my stuff. Just in a sophisticated way of doing so, an intellectual way of doing so. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the things that happen to me can't go unnoticed. You feel me? Can't go unembraced. It can't go unimmortalized. You feel me? This is an important situation, and it's art. It's happened to an artist's life. Feel me? There's so many other people, all types of different races, and, you know, figures that I know, you know, just from history, that have been through things like this, and all this stuff is immortalized. You know what I'm saying? It's time for mine to be. Feel me? And that's fine, because it's fine for them. Of varying races and stuff. My life shouldn't be in danger because, you know what I'm saying, or I shouldn't be denied, you know what I'm saying, the preservation of my life because artists are trying to steal my work. You feel me? And I shouldn't be subjected to different treatment and put into a bad situation because artists are trying to steal my stuff, feel me? Or people trying to, you know, make it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Lost. It's just a complex way of doing that, you know, and it's defamation. It's slander. You feel me? It's character assassination. You know, it's people that lie on me, that have no business in my life, but they lie on me with heavy stuff and justify them being there as if they're like some type of, you feel me, I don't know, they're part of like some kind of protection or informal, vigilante for, intense acts and atrocious, heinous acts and crimes. And I'm for that. I understand that. You feel me? Like, I'm for that and understand that. But with them being, applying this on me, you know what I'm saying, they way out of line. You feel me? Because it ain't no, like, it ain't no way possible. You feel me? So, I mean, now you understand. Then think about the larceny and all that. So, I mean, yeah. Everything connects. It's an ongoing crime situation of biblical proportions. You feel me? Biblical proportions. That's just the nature of the situation. I just being honest. You feel me? And I mean, that's the situation. So, I mean, it really makes no sense, especially in a place under God, you know what I mean? And so they trying to like make things that have nothing to do with me to be my responsibility. You feel me? Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you see, like they trying to gradually and progressively, all this stuff was happening to me in order to get me in position, just a position, with other people who they I guess they had ulterior motives for or something, or agendas for. I mean, but they trying to impose that on me. That's not my problem. Feel me? Like, they're doing that on purpose. They're showing that they literally put a hit on a baby. Literally. There's some people who literally put a hit on a baby, and they're still to this day trying to carry out that same thing. They just got a roundabout and elaborate way of doing so. You feel me? And then think of everything else that I've been going through, all together as one situation. You feel me? On top of the fact that, these people, it's people that trying to like misrepresent my character. You know what I'm saying? To make me, into something I'm not, so they can use that to justify destroy me if other people ever come to justice. You feel me? Like, that has absolutely zip to do with me. That's what the point of my testimony. That has nothing to do with me. And so it's like I'm being double teamed, really, what I'm saying? Because the structures, everybody know the structures, got a part at all gangs. So these are the people they use to kill, what I'm saying, Christians and stuff, you feel me? But it's really a collusion. So you see, I mean, anything happened to me, that's who did it. Structure doing this to give artists my work. So, I mean, it's an elaborate situation. I'm going to elaborate some more on it, though, but you got a general perspective of the situation, I mean, I've been under heavy attack without cause for a long time, feel me? And, I mean, what I do is according to a reality that I did not embrace, feel me? I mean, way back in 2013, I've told the whole world what I stood for. You know what I'm saying? And consistently throughout the years. And that was standing for Jesus and for God. You know what I'm saying? The country showing that it disliked God and Jesus. You feel me? By still, attempting these things on my life. Or allowing it. Or, knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, certain things and labels they try to put on you, they make up stuff in order to have access to your life, to give artists, a chance to steal your work and stuff, like, which has already happened, countless times already, which is still unresolved. Feel me? And due to the fear of your life, you know what I'm saying, they try to keep you from being able to pursue justice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stuck with no, feel me? Like, no, I ain't finna befriend people that's committed murder, kill, steal, and destroy my life already. Feel me? We are definitely opposites. You feel me? Gotta be. I mean, why not? How could I, what I'm saying? Why would I do that? You feel me? I forgive, but I would never associate with, the devil. Feel me? Kill, steal, and destroy your life. You know what I'm saying? My whole life has been for ministry and purposes of God. You know what I'm saying? That's been stolen, killed, steal, and destroyed from. Feel me? Like, nah, man. I'm good on that. Feel me? Like, because, I mean, I don't war according to the flesh. But, you know what I'm saying? I still fight, though. Feel me? I fight the good fight of faith. You know what I'm saying? And the devil is the enemy. The devil only comes to steal, and destroy. That's my enemy. Feel me? So, I mean, of course, I want that fight. Feel me? It ain't according to the flesh, like how the flesh fights, but it's still a fight. Feel me? Spiritual warfare. And so, I mean, but all that aside, though, as an author, you feel me? I deserve just as much right to exist as the next author. Especially people who specialize, like in journalism. It's people that specialize in things that, that talk about, a lot of the problems that we're going through today, as a society, or the perspective that, there is promoted. You feel me? I just use my own personal life as a reference to all I say. You feel me? I don't speak about, you know, what's going on in society and then put it into my work. You feel me? I talk about what I'm going through personally. You feel me? Especially my most successful works. You feel me? And that's the way I gets done, you know what I mean? So that just, you know, that's a bit of clarity though, I mean. But yeah, man, heavily persecuted, definitely, you feel me? For my faith in the Lord. Well, yeah, man, it's a couple things on my chest I wanted to get out, man. Like, I mean, and it's more, feel me? It's more, but I'm gonna close this one here though. But yeah, man, it's, you know, it's an elaborate, I'm a heavily persecuted. I'm a heavily persecuted Christian. You know what I'm saying? It's everything I go through is a massive religious hate crime. It's a part of it, a massive religious hate crime. That's what it is. Call it what it is, esteem it what it is. You know, you don't supposed to be discriminated against for your race. You feel me? That's the real reason. Any labels, any false labels they try to call me or anything like that, that's a part of this massive religious hate crime. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to make it any more clearer. That's what's really going on. It's a massive religious hate crime. Feel me? To one that seemingly the structures are, you know, involved in by their, you know what I mean, powerlessness upon the situation. But, you know, as a result, though, this massive religious hate crime, many people, you know what I'm saying, exploited the situation, you know, and trying to steal my stuff and, you know, milk me. Feel me? Like, you know, erase me from history while all my stuff still exists. Think about it. You feel me? But without my name attached to it. Feel me? And so everything, the forced disappearances by whoever doing it, you know, all that, you know what I'm saying, they working toward that same motive and, you know, that same ulterior motive. So it's an active crime situation. I mean, it's not right. Feel me? So they mislabel you all this stuff to have access to you so they can be able to facilitate this thing. I mean, I witnessed this myself all these years. Feel me? Since 13, 14, all that. I've seen the onset of everything being positioned and put into place to equal up to this very point that we're at to right now. You feel me? That's why all my stuff was somehow ignored the things. That right there in itself is a massive, massive travesty. Feel me? So it's a whole lot of stuff unresolved and open right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to esteem it any less. I'm the only one that's fighting for my stuff. You feel me? In the world. You feel me? Like, I mean, nobody else got the interest because they don't understand the full, you know, the full extent of this evil against the Lord that they committed. They committed this massive evil against God himself. And it was all a godly purpose for good, which why God sent it, created. So it's crazy, you know? Well, yeah, man, I'm fighting what I'm fighting to exist. I've been fighting for my life. I've been fighting, you know what I'm saying, for the same rights as other people's favorite artists got, feel me? Like, I got to go through all this, you feel me? Because I'm not considered free in the country because I'm successful. You know what I mean? I don't understand, like, because I'm talented and people feel inadequate. I don't know, like, with my talent, then I can't exist in the country because of that reason. So that it's just sophisticated ways of getting me out the country. When you think about the fact that this actually started when I was like 3 or 4, which is facts, then I mean, it's just a compounded situation. We got an open situation here, you feel me? So I mean, I'm not talking about the things that just happened. I'm talking about things that's been happening since like 7 years ago, feel me? That's my reference point. It's now the people that's trying to make it about like recent stuff, then they right there, they are suspect. You feel me? Because they're actively involved in the framing. You feel me? To what they trying to commit murder. Complete a 23-year-long hate crime. Possibly racial. You feel me? And you know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's weird. But yeah, it's an ongoing situation though. Keep your eyes open though. Anybody that care about what's right, live in the world, society. But yeah, man, I'm not compromising nothing, man. It's my stuff, feel me? It's my stuff. Nobody, they can't, like some, you know, people that tell me, you know, like they don't want me fighting for my stuff, fighting for my righteous cause. They don't understand because they don't have, you know, they don't have the same capabilities. You know what I'm saying? My talent way more than the stuff they try to limit me with. You know, they try to like keep me covered underneath, you know what I'm saying, false labels and things like that in order to justify them, you know what I'm saying, taking my stuff and everything. But no, all my stuff is mine, it's fine, it's acceptable, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, I'm talking about life as I know it, just like you know grass and trees exist outside your yard, feel me? You know it's there. It exists. I mean, this is what I know is there. This is my life. This is what I've known since I've been, you know, a creator, you know, just like just an artist. Feel me? This is what I've known since, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to discern. I've been able to understand what's been happening to my life. So they shouldn't. And just because these truths like this come out in reality of the situation, I shouldn't be allowed to have, you know what I'm saying, like secret attacks, you know, on my life. You know what I'm saying? Like they got certain people who, you know what I'm saying, like they pay to try to take your life. You know what I'm saying? In plain sight, every year, every day, feel me? All year, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like they come to find you, they track you through your phone, and then they be attempting murder on your life consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like 365. You know, every day, every other week, probably. If not every day, every other day. That's what I've been living, feel me? On top of everything else, the larceny, the, you know what I'm saying, the hacking and all this stuff. So, I mean, it's all one big situation, feel me? So, I mean, somebody is attacking me, feel me? I mean, and they're attacking me in order to steal my stuff. It was premeditated. When they saw the blessing of God on my life when I was like 3 or 4, ever since they've been working it and doing their best to get me in a position where they can have my stuff hidden. You know what I'm saying? Have my stuff hidden and my identity erased from society. I mean, I'm a man of color, 100%. All my life is all I've known. So, you know what I'm saying? That might be a major factor, and I believe it is. I've been a man of color for as long as I lived. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood, in that household. You feel me? I mean, the whole time. So, I mean, it's a situation that's ever, I mean, it's not a closed situation. Feel me? As long as this still, these people, whoever this is, still enforcing disappearance and all this stuff in my life without cause, they mean the situation is still an ongoing crime. And I'm still having, you know what I'm saying, attempts made on my life in plain sight, like in America. I mean, I've been in the borders the whole time. All this been happening. Feel me? So, I mean, it's just a stranger thing, though. But, yeah, man, my life matter too, man. But I say Christian lives matter, you feel me? Because some people implying that my life don't matter by, you know, consistently trying to force me into positions that will equal my demise. Feel me? Ever so cunningly, and you know what I'm saying, how they do it. I mean, heavily persecuted, man, for my faith in Christ Jesus. That's what's happening.